it's Evelyn here. Welcome back to the channel, and as always, the first thing first, a huge thank you to each and every one of you, my friends, for supporting me on this little creative corner of the internet. This week, it's the third week of my summer weekend wardrobe series, and to kick this week off, I thought I'd show you a little sneaky peek of how I'm getting on by showing you some of the items I've already created. Starting with the Jane set capri pants in the gorgeous light blue scuba, and the only thing they need to be finished is a fastening at the back. And in the same scuba, 1940s self-drafted shorts. And take a look at the first item I created in the cotton sateen, which is a gorgeous halter top here. I absolutely love this fabric. I'm so glad that I went for something brighter. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? And over here, a massive pile of Ponte pattern pieces for some of the other items in this weekend wardrobe, including a wrap top. Self-drafted, just like the one that I'm wearing today. Now, my friends, if you'd like to get a little bit more information about all those patterns, be sure to check out last week's video, and there's everything you need to find in the description box for that video too. But without further ado, this week is all about creating the shirt dress and button front skirt for this wardrobe. So grab a cuppa and let's get some drafting done. So let's draft a shirt dress. To start, grab your bodice block front and back. If you've yet to create one of your own to your own measurements, my friends, then there is a card above to the video so you can do just that. From that bodice block, create a darted short sleeve all-in-one block, using the same techniques used in the video tagged above, which will then look a little something like this. The only alteration I made is to move the fullness from the side bust dart, pivoting the fullness into the waist dart. The inspiration for today's shirt dress is this, a true vintage shirt dress from my own wardrobe. So grabbing my new bodice block, I'm starting with the front. First, I'm working on the neckline, coming in by 1 1/4 inches from the current neckline edge and making a mark. Then coming down 9 inches from the original neckline along the centre front and making a mark. Because this is a button front dress, I need to create a button band at centre front. So, grabbing some extra pattern paper, I'm adding 1 inch to the centre front of the pattern like so. Transferring the new neckline point to this extended centre front, I then curve a line from the new neck point to create the new neckline. And here is the front pattern piece with our new button band, where we will be placing our buttons. Grabbing the back piece, the only thing I need to do here is match up that new neckline. To do this, I line up the pattern pieces along the sleeve edge, copying the new neckline point onto the back piece before curving a line from that point out to centre back. And here is my finished pattern. I will cut out 2 front pieces in each of my cotton sateen and anti-static lining fabrics, and one of the back piece on the fold in each of those fabrics. Don't forget to add seam allowances, my friends. For the skirt portion of the dress, I'm going to use a simple half circle skirt. And if circle skirts are something you'd like to try out and learn more about, my friends, head on over to the video where I tell you all about them. There's a card above. When measuring for this skirt, I added 2 inches and seam allowances to my waist measurement here to allow for the button band, which will be at the centre front of my skirt. Time to get sewing! First up, sewing all the darts in the bodice pieces, before sewing up those side and shoulder seams, creating a bodice that looks like this. And I was already so excited at how this was shaping up. The bodice outer and lining layers are then pinned right sides together all along the neckline, which I have interfaced at centre front to strengthen that button band. I stopped my stitching half an inch before the waistline, and why will become apparent later. Understitching the neckline, I then turn the bodice out the right way, before top stitching decoratively at just shy of 1 inch from the finished edge. This will match up with the skirt later. Speaking of the skirt, let's get to it. Placing the skirt and skirt lining pieces right sides together, I pin them together all along the hemline before stitching them in place, then trimming and clipping the seam allowances before turning the piece right side out. I then attached strips of interfacing to each side of the skirt piece to strengthen the button band. Before folding the extra inch I added when calculating the skirt to the inside to form a strong button band. I then top stitched this in place close to the edge to match the top stitching that I just did on my bodice. The outer bodice and skirt are then joined at the waistline, keeping the bodice lining free of this stitching. The bodice lining can then be hand stitched inside to create a super neat finish inside our shirt dress. And yes, that's why I stopped my stitching earlier half an inch before the end, so that I can turn this self edge under and create a wonderful neat finish. Perfect. All that's left is to hem those sleeves, create the buttonholes, and then sew on my buttons. But my friends, I'm still deciding what colour buttons and thread to use, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel to see what I choose in next week's weekend wardrobe reveal. Onto the button front skirt, and this is going to be created in the same way as a gathered skirt, just like this one I made right here on the channel, but it has a centre front button closure instead of a centre back zip. To see me create a simple gathered skirt with a waistband, be sure to check out my mini tutorial on gathered skirts. There's a card above. And there you have it, my friends. Even more of my weekend wardrobe is getting completed, but I need to go and get some more sewing done. Be sure to stay tuned right here on the Evelyn Adore channel next week, my friends, when I'll be revealing all about this weekend wardrobe. I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait to share it all with you. But until then, my friends, you know the drill. Take care, stay safe. Bye.